What's up, guys? So we got the new Klokov equipment, sport Olympic weightlifting barbell. We've had it for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on this bar, which has been fairly positive so far. The one thing you'll see aesthetically in this bar is that it has these rubbers on each side.
That's what she said.
And it's to protect the bar when you are dropping it. So it cushions the collars of the barbell. A lot of Olympic weightlifters, especially high level, they drop the barbell from overhead. We usually don't do that. Most people don't do that, but just in case these rubber collars on each side, it's definitely gonna help protect the barbell. So some of the specs on this barbell. So it's 10 needle bearings, same as the higher level barbell from them. It's their Olympic weightlifting bar. The Oli bar from Klokov equipment has blue end caps and blue rubbers. It's also same 10 needle bearings. It's just that the knurling on the Oli bar is a little bit sharper on that bar, and this bar is not as sharp, but it's still pretty good for daily lifting. It's not going to tear up your hands like, let's say, the Lekos or even the Rogue Oli bars. So some other cool things is at the center of the bar there's a signature from Klokov himself, and then also the serial number is right here. So the sport barbell doesn't have a center knurling, and it's I guess it was designed for CrossFitters, high repetitions, but we've been only using this bar for strictly Olympic weightlifting at our gym here at One World Barbell Club, and it's good. The knurling is just enough so that you have a good grip on the bar. I personally wouldn't maybe use it for a max out session, but I've been using it for my working sets for most of my days, for doubles or some complexes, and it doesn't tear up your hands. Well, if you're using straps, it doesn't really matter about the knurling, but the bar moves really well. It has some good whip to it. Definitely feel the whip when you get it to snatch width and you're actually snatching. The bar spins pretty well. We're gonna do a couple spin tests between the Klokov equipment barbell, the Rogue Oli bar, and the Lekko Sport Training bar. But spins well, 10 needle bearings, and we got a discount code from Klokov. We got this bar for about $300 shipped, which is a great deal for barbell of this caliber. Tensile strength is 215 on this one, I believe, and it's not gonna bend with daily use. It's this bar has I believe it has a lifetime warranty according to the Klokov equipment website, so it's pretty good on their part. I know Klokov bars from the Again Faster previously that was made, that didn't have much success as Again Faster went out of business, and a lot of the Again Faster Klokov bars were rattly, and those were also really easily bent. I think the Klokov equipment, they've really completely overhauled the whole design, and I think it's a lot more practical. I think Klokov's vision of what a perfect barbell was actually infused into this new Klokov equipment brand, which is not associated with Again Faster. But yeah, let's do some spin tests with some of them. All right, so we're gonna do a kick spin test of these barbells. So we got the Klokov equipment. So the sport barbell, it has black end caps, and they're higher end Olympic weightlifting barbell with the center knurling and sharper knurling. Has blue end caps and the blue rubber pads for the the sleeves. So these are the Klokov equipment plates that we have. We made a review of these plates as well. They're great. I would definitely recommend it. We've had it for a few months now. Highly recommend it. So we just take a look at how the barbell spins on this one. It's a pretty good spin on this. So FYI, these kick spin tests of the barbell isn't a true indicator of the barbell spins. A lot of people know that the Useca barbells, when you try to kick spin test it, they don't spin at all. So, but when you lift it with them, they have a wonderful spin. But a really good indicator of spin is when you have the weight loaded and then you try to spin it on a rack, you'll see the true spin of the barbell. So next bar we have here is the Eleiko sport training barbell. It's the lower end Eleikos, a lot more economic for most people. This one has 8 needle bearings. It has pretty decent knurling, definitely sharper than the Klokov equipment sport barbell. It has a center knurling, and a lot of the 24-hour fitness super sports that are newer have started to carry them, especially around the area. It's definitely a great barbell for everyday weightlifters, and we're gonna do a kick spin test of this one as well. So when we spin this with my feet, like you can see that it's not spinning that much. So it's a great barbell. Like this is one of my favorite barbells to use on a daily basis. If I were to max out on this, I would probably use this because it has pretty good knurling, and it just when you get that contact with the triple extension, it makes that classic Eleiko barbell noise. It's a great barbell. It's definitely my go-to barbell. And then the last barbell we have here is the Rogue North American Oli bar. So this is different from the Rogue Euro bar, which is uses European steel. This is the zinc coated American steel. But let's look at how this barbell spins. So this barbell spins quite just like the Klokov equipment barbell. Spins very freely. And this one's also a great barbell, but only thing about this barbell is that sometimes in the overhead it spins a little too much. So I've had cases where it spins a little too much and I overextend, or it moves a little bit too much in the overhead position in the snatch. But the Klokov equipment barbell, sport barbell, has been, so far from my experience, it's been very consistent. Doesn't rip up my hands. Great spin, and it's just a very, I would say, economical purchase for the everyday lifter. This is a barbell that most of our lifters have been using on a day-to-day basis now because it hasn't been ripping up our hands, and it spins great. It has 10 needle bearings, so there's no doubt that it's gonna work how it's supposed to work, you know. So that's my thoughts on the barbell. All right, so we're gonna do a spin test with the barbell loaded. So you can get it from the side. You can see how the barbell rotates with some weight on it. Still going. As you can see, with some weight loaded, it still spins well. So we'll see how that compares to the Eleiko Sport Training Bar. Now we got the Eleiko Sport Training Barbell. 8 needle bearings, so we'll see how it spins with some weight on it. As you can see, compared to the kick spin test, this is a true test of how the collars spin and the true bearing system that's inside the Eleiko barbell. So the bearing system is a lot different than the Rogue and the Klokov equipment. It's still spinning. You you can never count out Eleiko. It's used at every single major Olympic weightlifting competition and at the Olympics. So that Swedish steel, it's a great barbell. But you know, it's a different price range, you know. So these Eleikos go for over $700. That one's only $300. For $300, that's a great deal, you know. It's consistent spin, just stop spinning. And then finally, we're gonna do the Rogue North American Oli bar. All right. So we got the Rogue North American Oli bar, which is different from the Rogue Euro Oli bar, which is using European steel. But it's still using the same 10 needle bearings as that. It's just that the tensile strength on this bar is 195 versus the Euro bar, which is 215 or 235, I believe. But it's still the same needle bearing system. It spins great. So let's see how it spins with some weight on it. So the Rogue bar we've had for a while now. So initially this bar with the kick test wasn't spinning as much as it does now. So as it broke in a lot more, it's just span a lot more freeform, and it's still going. So out of all three bars, the Rogue bar spins in terms of just the freestanding kick test, it spins the most. But they're all three are great bars, but overall the Klokov equipment sport bar, it's just I would say if you're looking for a bar under $400, $500, it's the best bang for your buck. Rogue bar is still spinning. They're all three are great bars. I think you can get the Rogue bar for the Boneyard section of Rogue for $395 now. It has some cosmetic blemishes, but the Rogue bar is a great bar as well. But you know, the Klokov equipment, it's a great bar. It's about a year old now, so the brand is about a year old. So far so good. I highly recommend. Their weight set is also pretty amazing. Check out our other review on the weight set. But Klokov equipment, great job. I think we will definitely think about getting the higher end Oli bar soon enough as well. But we haven't had any issues, but if we do, we'll give you guys an update. But definitely check out the Klokov equipment sport training barbell.